Hello everyone, Robert Rambles here, and welcome back to World of Warcraft Vanilla Classic and our hardcore Druid playthrough here on the Bloodsail Buccaneers server. Thank you guys so much for clicking on the video and joining me today. I really appreciate it, and I hope you're all doing well, whether it is morning, afternoon, evening, or nighttime where you are at. We have a few more things that we have to take care of here in Mulgore before we can go. One of them is Wind Fury Talons, and then we have to find the turn-in for the Venture Company quest. Now, the guy who gave us the quest was pathing along the road, so let's head over to set a road, and we can actually use it to make our way to where the Harpies are at. Let me go ahead and enable our icons. I will eventually remember to do that before the recording starts. It's kind of late afternoon, early evening here. It's almost 5 p.m. my time. An unusual time for me to play, but I had a little bit of additional time today, so here we are. We get to see Mulgore in a little bit of a different lighting scenario, which is something that I enjoy. Here he is.
Peace, friend.
I don't think there could be too much misinterpreting or ignoring of that signal, The Venture Company will know not to take the Tauren lightly, or to be so arrogant as to believe we would allow them to steal the natural resources around us without protest. I seethe with anger at the thought of the atrocities the Venture Company is willing to perpetrate against us in the name of profit. My anger is somewhat lessened at the news that the villain, Fizz Sprocket, is dead. I will go through his personal effects and see what there is, if there is any additional information about what the Venture Company has planned for the future. Okay, we don't need either of these. We can't use maces yet, but I'm pretty sure we could train maces. Not sure if we train those in Thunder Bluff. Actually, I'm pretty sure we do train them in Thunder Bluff. Pretty sure. So we'll be back up there pretty soon. We're going to hang on to that mace because with us rocking bear form, we are definitely going to want the strength, right? Alright, on to the Harpies. We can, we can go this way, which... And maybe we ought to fight them up there because we have to head that way anyway for every other quest. Yeah, I don't see a good reason to keep heading further away from everything else. Let's head back. And I have to empty our inventory, and I may have to buy one more bag. Where are we looking for our leather here? Actually, if we take a minute here to skill this up, we will be able to learn the Kodo hide bag, and maybe we'll be able to make 2 of those instead of having to buy any. But let's jump back over to town really quick, and we'll vendor, and we'll get the leatherworking going, and see if we can get 2 more bags. That would be really helpful before we set out into the wilderness here. And we're level 12, and I feel like we must have hit level 12 really recently, so I'm going to pop into the tent here and check out the trainer. And of course I do have a talent point to spend, because of course I do. I think we just keep going into feral aggression. I mean, yeah, reducing the cost of maul would be good. Do we want to do like a 3 and 2 type situation here? Maybe we do want to do something like that.
I've been expecting you.
We can learn Enrage. Generates 20 rage over 10 seconds, but reduces base armor by 27% in bear form and 16% in dire bear form. The Druid is considered in combat for the duration. And then regrowth is another heal over time. Heals the friendly target for 84 to 98, and then another 98 over 21 seconds. That's going to be huge. If we're coming up against a really hard enemy, we can regrowth and rejuve ourselves ahead of time. And that's obviously going to be pretty huge. Let's do something like that. Okay. And then in Rage, we're only going to be using in bear form. So let's go ahead and we'll put that here. Let's start by making the light leather. Robert speaks. Take 2. We'll start by making the light leather that we can make, and then we will do the armor kits. We'll do the armor kits until we get to 40, and then we're gonna save the rest of our resources, hopefully to make these 2 other bags. So 37. Don't really have a lot of inventory space here, but these will stack. 38. Didn't get a skill up off of that one. 39. And 40. Okay, let's go ahead and learn the bag. Oh, we need Kodo leather. Oh, jeez. Oh, we haven't been skinning any Kodos at all. So, yeah.
Greetings.
That's going to be an issue. We are going to have to probably purchase some bags here. Unfortunately, I didn't realize there was going to be another requirement. Okay.
Go in peace.
That's expected. There are some Kodo to the north, so if we find any Kodo wandering around, we're gonna kill them now. I didn't want to do it, but now we have to. Because I'd very much like to make those bags. I don't want to buy another bag right now. We're gonna be looking for Arache. He has a couple of Kodo with him. Her, whichever. I've kind of tentatively decided that if we get this character to level 25, then I will circle back and I will level up fishing and cooking. Now that I know a little bit about how fishing and cooking kind of interplay with each other, it should be pretty easy for me to get them leveled up. But yeah, I'm not going to start those until we've hit at least level 25. 25 being where I think the priest was when the priest died. I'm seeing lots of dead bodies today, and it's discouraging. Tons of people around as per usual. We do need to veer off the road a little bit. And I'll happily skin anything. Now, are you coming back to skin this? I'm gonna leave this for you, because you look like you're... Yeah, see, look at that. See, I know. I'm not a rude person. If I see somebody sprinting back to a corpse, I'm gonna let them have it. That being said, he should have either left loot on it, or he should have skinned it right away. Some people are not as conscientious as I am. There are harpies over here, but there are also players over here because I see a couple of corpses already. I'm not really sure how I tagged that unless we crit that thing. I want you to, like, stop cutting them away. I'd love to taunt. Oh no, don't die. Let me taunt! Yeah, I mean, I was trying to taunt the whole time. I actually didn't at first realize how close that player was to death, so... how about... Is he trying to get himself killed, do you think? Okay, it seemed like... I see a buddy here, maybe. It seemed like maybe he was trying to get himself killed. I probably don't want to be in combat with somebody who has a death wish. That's kind of what it seemed like. Let's come up here a little bit. We need talons. We can get them from either the blue harpies or the white harpies. Doesn't seem to matter which. I swear I've seen him like up this way before, like actually by the lift, but the tracking for him says that he does not appear there at all. So let's head back here a little bit more. Oh, ghost howl. Yeah, there's his body and a dead person. It looks like things just went bad here. Yeah, there's a couple of corpses. There's a totem. This just happened. Whatever we stumbled on here literally just happened. Oh man. If we had gotten here a little bit sooner, maybe we could have helped. And now we know that he has spawned and been killed over here. But that doesn't really help us as far as figuring out where he's going to spawn in the future. We could hang out here for a little bit. Not sure what we could do. Oh, I know what we could do. I have a good idea. I bet when I attack one of these, at least the matriarch or something's gonna go aggressive. But I have to try it. No, they didn't go aggressive, which is really surprising. Yeah, apparently they're gonna let me like pull parts of their pack away and just kill them. Which I feel bad about, but we kind of have to. I need the photo leather. This Kodo had a pellet rifle. Not really sure why. I guess no one ever told him he's going to shoot his eye out with that thing. Alright, let's tackle the matriarch. It's going to be the biggest challenge out of the group here. I feel like we also have a totem to cleanse. Yeah, well, let's go back behind Thunderbluff here. And we have a few more places we could check for Ghost Claw. We'll hit up the totem. And then maybe we'll attempt to find Eroshe, since Ghost Claw is being a little bit elusive. I wonder if anybody in Thunderbluff realizes that the goblins are literally building houses and huts for the venture company right here on their doorstep. I hope there's a class quest or something that deals with these guys, because they are uncomfortably close to Thunderbluff. And no one really seems to care. It's over here, isn't it? Now, this is another path that Ghost Claw can walk, however. And yeah, I definitely don't see him really in any direction here. Very unlikely that he's hiding back here. I do see a chest, and I'm gonna go check that out. Probably gonna have to fight both of these enemies to get to it, but that is okay. Let's see if we can sneak in here and pop it without her noticing. We did not. I don't think we did it. Okay. Yeah, no. We're definitely in combat. Yeah, it's true. Bears cannot open chests. I've checked. They can't do it. I bet a wolf feels pretty stupid when it attacks a person and then that person transforms into a giant bear. The wolf has to have this moment where it's like, oh. But maybe not, you know, they're aggressive animals. They probably don't give a crap. Maybe slight surprise. You'd be more shocked if you were a person who attacked another person and then that person you attacked turned into a giant bear. That would be shocking. Okay, to the water well we go. Chances of finding Ghost Howl, pretty slim. I feel like the chances are usually pretty slim with finding him or Eroshe. And with so many people on, probably killing them over and over and over again. I don't know, it's probably not going to be good. Looks like we have a Tauren warrior working their way in here. We will capitalize on that. Okay, that one is done. Let's head over a little bit farther to the east. We will see if we can find either Eroshe or Ghost Claw. We'll give it a look, and after that we'll head back to Thunderbluff. I want to train maces. I want to train two-handed maces. Yeah, we have one-handed maces and staves right now. Am I not auto-attacking? I'm just targeting the wrong enemy, so, you know, not a big deal. Robert sits here wondering why he's not auto-attacking when he's targeting a cat off in the distance. Typical Rambles gameplay. Alright, here is another loop that is sometimes used by Ghostclaw. Can't say that I've ever once seen him use this loop or anywhere near it. But that's what Questy says, so we will have a quick look around. Possibly with minimizing our non-essential encounters. Yeah, I feel like if he were anywhere on this loop, we would be able to see him. Okay, and yeah, that leaves Erashe, who is possibly even more elusive than most enemies, because as you can tell by the path he walks on the map, it's quite large. So it's kind of tough to find him and his entourage. Or her, I don't know if they specify if it's male or female, or that it even really matters. All I know is it probably matters to somebody. Well, that's the map revealed, which is always nice. All we can really do is follow this in a loop. As exciting as that sounds, we will do it once or twice. Oh, look at that. Look how lucky we are. Aren't we lucky? Let's tag him before somebody else does, you know? How sad would that be? We're probably going to have to pop out and heal at some point because we're just not dealing a lot of damage. The Rake is down here. He's a rare spawn. We've got Erashe and the Rake in our frame at the same time. That's interesting but dangerous. I guess we won't have to heal if we don't want to. I need to loot that because I need to skin him because I have to pray that something is going to give us Kodo leather. And then we'll try to hunt down the Rake. He did not give us Kodo leather. This guy is a rare spawn, however he's not an elite. If he starts chunking our damage, we will back off. No, we're gonna be fine. We're gonna be fine as long as we don't pull any unnecessary assistance for his cause here. Ooh. Leather armor with intellect. Hey, I'm excited to get anything with stats off of a rare to get a green that you can equip. It's pretty awesome, okay? It feels pretty good. Let's go ahead and put some armor on it. There we go. Okay, so That's, besides Ghost Claw, guys, that's it. Let's get ourselves back over to Thunder Bluff. I want to turn in our Ashay. I want to train whatever weapons we can and can afford, because we don't exactly have a lot of money, and I think it's going to be like 10 silver to train two-handed maces. It's going to be a lot, but we have to do it. We're going to be equipping two-handed maces sometimes. Especially as a bear, we're going to want those stats. I don't know what else we can equip. One-handed maces, two-handed maces, staves, daggers, and offhands? I don't know. I don't even know if daggers... Probably haven't had Mark of the Wild up for a while. Definitely have not had Thorns up this whole time. Sorry, guys. I'll get better with Thorns as I learn to watch that 10-minute cooldown. Anyone who's been around the channel for a while knows that me and 10-minute cooldowns, well, we don't work well together. So I will try to make sure that's always up. Oh, we're gonna make it. Where does Arashay turn into? Oh, but I'm just not looking. I'm looking at the rises. I'm checking each rise. I'm not looking like in the main area here. That is my bad. I think the main area is down one. No. Yes, maybe. No, not at all. I'm just awful at navigating Thunderbluff. I don't know the different tiers very well, or what is where. Maybe we have to go up one more? Seems a little weird, but... yeah, I guess that is the trick. That's like, there's 3 levels. Apparently. And maybe one day I'll figure it out, maybe not. Hitting up a vendor would be great.
I've been expecting
Can't
you.
use that. Can't use that. We can use that once we train. Kodo meat I can't use. Don't need the beat stick. Don't need the old chest piece. Don't need the malachite. I don't believe we need malachite for leatherworking. If I'm wrong, guys, let me know and I'll save it from now on. Okay, and well... I guess talking to a guard would have been a good idea, because a guard probably would have been able to tell us where the weapon trainer was. And I highly doubt they're just hanging out anywhere here. You're not guards that we can speak to, but you are guards we can speak to. Let's talk to a bluff watcher really quick.
How may I aid you?
Weapon Master is down near the entrance. Okay.
May the eternal sun shine upon thee.
Take heart, young one.
Well met.
The Earth Mother is near.
Well done. A fine kill that was. I will send a gathering party to collect the carcass so we can retrieve the hide and meat. Oh, I skinned it. And I took her meat. It's gone, buddy. Ooh, look at that. Damn. That was 4 agility? At level 11? For killing a non-elite? Whew, I am glad we found her so easily. Okay, down to the lower tier to train weapons. We're doing pretty good. We got a chest with stats, we got legs with stats, we're about to have a mace with some stats on it. That is encouraging, I like it. I don't really want to die to fall damage, and I have no idea how far that goes.
How may I aid you?
Two-handed maces, so that's all we need from Thunderbluff. That's perfect. Okay, so axes are... oh, well, we don't use axes as a druid, would we?
Goodbye.
I don't think that we would. But that's awesome. Hey, getting the strength hammer, that's so great. Okay, what else is going on? The only other thing is our turn-ins back at Bloodhoof Village, which we can simply hearth back to. And then I think we're on our way out of here, unless they send us back here one more time as like a little follow-up maybe, but if they do that, I'll probably just fly from Orgrimmar whenever we're over that way, as opposed to making the run again. So this is the water well quest turn-in.
Greetings.
You've done it. You have cleaned the wells and healed our land. Bloodhoof Village is grateful, Rambles. May the wind whisper your deeds for 100 seasons, and may the waters of Mulgore remain clean forever.
Walk with the earth.
Feels pretty good. I like it. Oh, look at this. Oh, is this a trio? Is that a trio? Oh, I love it. Guys, go kick some ass out there. That takes dedication to get 3 people who can get on at the same time. I remember in my 20s, me and my friend were playing all the time, and we had a few people who every once in a while they could play with us for a couple months at a time. And we would get some like 4 and 5 man parties going, and it was insane. The Wind Furies are deadly foes. Their strength in battle is only rivaled by their desire for fresh meat. You've done well, Rambles. You seem well prepared to travel onward. Let the wind always be at your back. Yeah, they're sending us off here. We're out of here. We're leaving. We're leaving right now, actually. Ooh, it's gonna feel good to get into the Barrens, guys. I love the Barrens, and I'm like feeling really good about this Druid because, oh man, it was dragging me down for a while, and I had this feeling that if I pushed on, if I can give it some more time, it would get better. And I am really liking bear form a lot. Granted, I'm not being very careful in bear form. I'm just really digging it, and it makes me so happy that we got through those first 10 levels and that we've gotten to this point. So yeah, I'm gonna keep going. We're gonna go into the Barrens here. We should have, yeah, we have a couple of quests, breadcrumb quests, 2 of them here. That should carry us that way. We do have the Tarajo flight points, but obviously no flight point in Bloodhoof Village. Really looking forward to doing all of the Ragefire stuff. Now, for the quest lines, are there any quest lines that we need to do stuff in Durotar first to open up? I know some of the quests we get from Thrall and by talking to the Warlock hanging out in the Shadow Cleft. But I don't know if there's maybe a quest line that chains from something in Durotar, because I know we deal with the cultist before we go into Ragefire. We'll take a look around, and you guys let me know if there are any quest chains that I need to do to get all of the quests for Ragefire. I will definitely do the quest chains I need to before we do the run, because remember, we're only going to do the run once, and that's assuming that it is successful and that we don't die. Now, us being the tank, which we will be, we're probably going to be the first person to die if anything goes wrong. So if we get a wipe, we're probably dead at that point. Now, if we were a healer or a DPS, I'd say, hey, if things go sideways, we can run for the exit and cross our fingers. It would be a rude thing to do, but, you know, it's not like duo or trio rules. We don't have to die just because other people in the dungeon die. If we were able to somehow get out... maybe I need to make a run for the exit yell. Like some kind of party warning or yell that if I think something is going wrong as the tank, and I am about to book it for the exit to live, that I fire this and I give everybody a chance to go before I go. Then we stun, then we heal, we shift back, we book it. I need to have a contingency plan for keeping the character alive if I'm gonna put my life in the hands of people that I don't know. And so that's kind of my contingency. If something's going wrong, we're low, we pulled too many guys, I'm gonna pop that yell, and I'm gonna book it for the exit. And, you know, for shame maybe, but to live. You guys let me know your thoughts about that one. Like, and it doesn't matter whether what goes wrong is our fault or not. Let's say, yeah, we pull another group, now we're fighting 6 guys, there's no way we can do it, the healer's got a quarter of his health left. That's, boom, I do this, I make sure I got them all gathered, I give them a good stun. People have had a couple of seconds to realize what's happening, they can start running, and then I'm gonna start running. So, if Teleport Moonglade were not a 10-second cast, that's probably why they made it a 10-second cast. Could you imagine if it was like a 4-second cast, you could just pop that in a dungeon to escape? It's not bubble hearthing. I will say that. There are quests available here, sure. Oh, Journey to the Crossroads.
Guide you.
That's cool. I have foreseen your arrival, young Druid, though perhaps you are not so young anymore. I think that it is time for you to move deeper into this land. I can sense that you are destined for great things. It is the crossroads that you must seek out, for our lives with the orcs have become intertwined and they need assistance. Continue down this road toward the east and follow it north to the crossroads. Find Thork within its walls. He has the Earth Mother's blessing.
Go in peace.
Does Thork have the Earth Mother's blessing? I hope Thork is a nice guy. I hope he's not the murdery guy who wants to kill all the harpies. If that's Thork, then I'm gonna revoke the Earth Mother's blessing. I think that as a druid I have the power to do that. And I will exercise that power if I want to and feel like it. Definitely want to do some late afternoon, evening streams. Recordings, rather. I said don't get too excited. I said stream. I said the S word. Don't get too excited. I do want to stream in the future. We talked about it before. You know how I probably wouldn't do the camera, but I'd be cool to hang out. I think I want to do that soon. But yeah, I want to play at night in the Barrens. I want to play near sunset because the lighting in the Barrens, man, the Barrens is probably top 3 most beautiful zones in the game. I don't have a list put together right now, but the Barrens has to be way up there. It has like a type of beauty that like other zones don't. I don't really know what it is. Elwyn Forest is great. I love Elwyn Forest. But it doesn't got a lot on the Barrens. I don't know why that is. Maybe I just have a fondness for the Barrens. I like the openness, kind of. You know what I mean? I like zones that have this wide openness to them because they make the world feel big. When you're in Elwyn Forest, it's great. It's a great, beautiful zone. Really well realized. It doesn't yet give you a sense of how big the world is. But when you get into the Barrens at a low level especially, man, it just blows your mind. Blows your mind. Westfall is kind of similar, so I can see, like, you make the transition from Elwyn to Westfall. Westfall does open up and offers you more of these kinds of flat vistas. Westfall does not feel as big as the Barrens, probably because it's not as big. But just like when you look off at the horizon, how big the Barrens can feel, it's really special. It's really special, and I always enjoy my time here. Even though we do spend a lot of time here, we're going to have the ability to zone hop, and we're going to be doing some zone hopping for sure. Zone hopping for us means that we're going to be jumping over probably into Silverpine pretty soon. So we'll start a little bit into the Barrens is kind of the plan. We'll do the first couple of quests. And then I want to head over to the Eastern Kingdoms, and I want to get started down at the Sepulchre in Silverpine. Because that stuff opens up, I believe the intro quests are like level 10 and 11. And we're definitely going to want to be doing that. It's super easy just to get on the Zeppelin, travel on over there. So we are going to be doing that zone hopping to keep us ahead of the leveling curve. Keep us feeling strong is the important part. So yeah, and we made it far enough to even talk about doing these things, which is the great part. And it's also been a little while since we were here, since, you know, the priest has been dead for a little while. We've gone through a few other characters and gotten them killed. And now it doesn't seem like we just turned around and are doing the Barrens again. It actually feels like it's been a while since we've been here, because it has. It's kind of the good thing about flipping between Horde and Alliance for your hardcore playthroughs. If you're the kind of person that, like, likes to run hardcore a lot, I know that people have, like, sometimes have their preference of their faction, but it makes it a lot less repetitive when you faction hop between runs a little bit. Especially when you're consistently getting characters into the 20s, because then you're out of the starting zone, so you're sharing those same zones with any other character on the faction that gets out of their 20s. After we lost the Hunter in Westfall, guys, like, I don't know what it's going to take for me to go back to the Alliance side in a hardcore run. Because I'm convinced that that Westfall is cursed. Pretty sure, yeah, none of our Alliance characters have survived clearing Westfall. We were really close on the Hunter, man. I was celebrating how we got the Pillagers down. I thought that was the end of the zone for us. And then we got killed by some Murlocs at a place that we shouldn't have even been there. My plan for that day had been to take us back to Loch Modan to work on low-level stuff. But because I forgot about server maintenance, I was in a rush, I was dealing with new add-ons. And yeah, Westfall is cursed. Beautiful zone, big curse. So I don't know what it will take to go back on Alliance side. I know that, you know, maybe eventually one day we will, but it's a tough sell at this point.
I've been
My brethren in Thunderbluff were wise to send you, young Druid, for the mystery of the Barrens is one that I alone cannot unravel. With your aid, let us hope we can find answers to our questions.
May the eternal sun shine.
Long ago the Forgotten... Robert speaks. Take 2. Forgotten Pools. Long ago the Barrens was a lush place teeming with life, but war and cataclysm raged across the land, scorching it and leaving it a dry husk. Such is the way of things, and it saddens my heart. But within the past few years, new oases have formed in the Barrens, and life stirs. And deep down, we Druids sense a power leaking its way to the surface. We must find its source, travel to the Forgotten Pools northwest of the crossroads, search the waters for a source of power, and then return here.
Ancestors watch.
We don't have any junk on us, do we?
What you looking for?
Just a staff we don't need. Some tough jerky we don't need. And some pants we don't need. Okay, I'm glad we held off on buying those bags. I feel like we're doing okay.
Be seeing ya.
I feel like we're doing okay. A lot of breadcrumbs to get turned in.
What can I do for you?
Your eyes are eager and young. They're not yet squinted from tracking your prey across this land's dry plains. But worry not, we'll toughen your body and your mind, and will teach you that there is more to hunting than finding and killing your quarry. Prepare yourself, your journey begins now.
Farewell.
Your first prey will be easy. The Plainstrider to the east have been harassing our food supplies and have become a nuisance. Put down the Plainstriders and return to me with their beaks.
Strength.
Alright, so Thork is not the angry guy up in the tower, that's good.
Blood. blood and thunder.
It is good to see that more of our Tauren allies have come to assist us from as far away as Thunderbluff. Again, I welcome you. All the Quillbore are our enemy, Rambles. Some just prove to be more of a nuisance than others. The Razorbane tribe has been attacking our supply lines from Durotar, causing us no end of annoyance. I have scouts seeking the leader of these raids, but until then, any losses you can inflict on the filthy pigmen would aid us. Start in the northeast toward Durotar. You can always tell their dens from the huge thorny vines that come up from the earth. Seek them out and slay them.
Strength, stronghold.
And supplies for the crossroads. That attack on the caravan contained supplies that we desperately needed. You've been brave enough to take on the Razorbane tribe so far. Haven't done it yet. And I will ask you to do so again. But this time, I wonder if I could ask you to keep your eyes open for some of our lost supplies. You could probably find them throughout their camps. The Quillbore getting fat off their dishonorable acts. The people of the crossroads would be in your debt.
Go with
He like references us having already done quests for him, but we haven't. I wonder if it was like a level thing. Probably should have been a prerequisite. It just comes off being a little bit weird. And here's the angry guy. He is very murdery. He wants us to go murder some harpies.
For the horde.
Because they're not his favorite people. Definitely going to be grabbing the flight point. I think that this is a breadcrumb to Ratchet. I have a need to send a crate of potions, reagents, and other items to my associates in the old world. Little time I have to actually see them to the dock at Ratchet, and the last caravan has already left. If you could, please take this to Wharf Master Dizzywig. He will ensure that it is placed on the next boat to Blackwater Cove.
Trust no one.
And fungal spores. The oases of the Barrens hide a mystery. Life energy flows from their waters, invigorating the plants and beasts that drink it. Invigorating and altering. There is a mushroom that grows near these oases. Its spores hold properties that we, the apothecaries of Lordaeron, find useful. Bring me these spores and you will earn our gratitude.
Remember, patience.
I have just
A bundle
the
of
thing.
hides. I have a bundle of hides from the animals of the Barrens, and I must get them to Thunderbluff. A colleague there, a Hanu, will use the hides to create leather goods. Will you take the hides for me?
Be careful.
Now that I have a flight point, I don't mind doing that eventually. Sure, sure. I'm definitely not going to do it right this minute.
Strength and honor. Down. So.
Not long ago, a shipment of silver was stolen from our guard tower. It was meant as payroll to the Crossroads guards, and we want that silver back. The strange thing is, we caught one of the thieves on the night of the theft, and it was a raptor. Unbelievable. I don't know what raptors would want with silver, but I don't care. I want the raptors dead so they won't steal from us again. Hunt the raptors in the Barrens. Collect for me their heads.
For the horde.
And so the head collecting begins, and so it begins. Alright guys, it's been a lot of fun today. This is the second session I've played on the Druid recording today, since we got bear form, and it's been a blast. It was enough fun earlier that I had some extra time this evening, and I wanted to get back on here and play some more. So yeah, bear form has definitely helped out things a lot, and I knew it would. The critiques about the 1 to 10 experience, those were still valid things that I felt, but we're moving past them now, and I'm getting into the actual class. I feel like, just like with the Hunter and kind of like with the Rogue, you're just very gimped until level 10, and you haven't really opened up the real class yet. But here we are. I feel like for me right now, the Bear is the way we are going to go. I'm looking forward to Ragefire Chasm, and all the adventures we're going to have in the Barrens. So thank you guys so much for being here for it. Really appreciate you sticking this one out and all the continued support. So take care of yourselves out there in the real world and take care of each other. And we'll see you back here in Azeroth again very soon. Bye for now.